So welcome back. So again, we are back with Dragon Tan, and we're now trying to analyze the impact of the new government announcement. Actually, it's not even a new announcement. It's just clarification that a lot of Singaporeans have this unusual belief. But let me quickly share with everybody what the new insights is. So Lawrence Wong, our Prime Minister, came out and just make a clarification. I think a lot of Singaporeans believe that our leasehold 99 HDB flats prices will never fall, and even our condo prices will never fall. And worst of all, have the belief that at the end of 99 years, government will do something to increase the longevity of the house. Unfortunately, for all of us, who stay in leasehold houses, the government has actually outright said, actually 99 years is long enough, lah. It's fair, right? Right. When I make it 99 years means that 99 years later, the house and the land will go back to the state, which means our property prices will go to one big fat zero. Now, with a clarification like this, what do you think? Would there be an impact to the property market?
Uh, okay. Having said that, right, this has been an ongoing issue, been discussed for so many years already. Um,
Do
not
you
all.
hear do you hear people actually believe that at 99 years the government will actually do something?
Okay. So far, nobody lived that long we haven't been that stage yet because a lot
True.
of houses will be impacted,
Hmm.
especially those in Toa Payoh, Bukit Merah,
How old are
Redhill,
those?
Bedok, probably 50 plus. A lot of
Oh,
them are built. I think Toa Payoh houses is one of the oldest. During the post-independence, in 1960 something to date. I think 几年啊？有没有
yeah,
60年
yeah,
啊 I think around there.
oh, the cup
Probably
there.
60 years already.
So you will
Left
hit them
30,
soon
40
already.
years. Yeah, correct. So of course, who are the first buyer back then who bought? Probably they're either in heaven or hell, or probably somebody is taking over. Now I have to be the realistically here. These days, Singaporean very homey. They want new. So I
Hmm.
see a lot of the younger Singaporean. I don't think they want to stay in the 50 years, 60 years old HDB
They don't want,
houses.
right?
They don't want. Um,
You're talking young Singaporeans or most Singaporeans?
most of the young Singaporean,
Okay.
even if let's say you have ever ponder, 我的屋子要留给我儿子. Trust me, I ever tell my father, 你的屋子不要留给我
They
because
don't want, right?
because 这样旧的屋子我不可能会住的. I tell my dad and
Hmm.
my mom, frankly, I want to stay in a new place as well. Resort feel, nice pool, new pool, not an old environment. So physical, okay, one of the attribute is physical. Physical is very important. The appearance of the HDB. So it has to be of a certain
Posh look.
posh, not
Yeah.
posh lah.
Atas.
More hip lah.
Yeah.
Anything that is a new car, young lady, 小鲜肉 young man. Generally, people will want to take a look further or explore further.
This is a very good point. A lot of you parents like to buy a house, a condo for your children.
A lot
A lot, right?
a lot
A
lah.
lot. Better start thinking whether your children really want that house. They have their own thinking, right? Yeah. Well, just give them the money or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, talking about that,
Yeah.
the recent EC launches,
Sure.
I have this I'm so blessed to meet this first timer.
Mm.
They are both in their late 20s to
Hmm.
early 30s. Both of
Hmm.
them are working profession.
Sure.
So the dad actually is a very humble man, staying in a HDB 5-room flat
Hmm.
in the East area, Bedok.
Sure.
So they came together during the preview,
Hmm.
and the father saying that he'll pay everything for the daughter.
For the
Wow,
daughter.
yeah, I'm so envy 嘞！我觉得为什么我的
为什么你没有这样？
我的岳父没有买一间屋子给
Why
我
your in-laws never pay?
？Yeah, so during the day when they come for the selection, right? Because the queue number is behind,
Sure.
so most of the 3 bedroom are taken,
Sure.
are so-called sapu already.
Yeah.
And then the nice father-in-law saying that never mind, we'll go for the 4 bedroom, 2 million. Oh, I cannot believe
被海
this.
戏 2
So
million cash.
So this is one of the cases that I met. I have met few cases before. So
Really?
this is currently the level and standard of what the parents, papa, mama,
Will do for their
will do
children.
for the Gen Z, probably Gen Z, 对
Yeah,
吗
yeah, yeah.
Gen Z. So Gen Z very homey one. Gen
No way,
Z,
my kids, man. No way.
oh,
No way, man.
儿孙自有儿孙福 lah.
Yeah, no way, my kids, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that Gen Z these days, right? I can feel that they don't want to buy HDB. They all want condo or minimally a EC. I don't know
Really?
because Gen Z want to look good, feel good. So I think because of 太好命了,
I see.
they
I
never
see.
suffer what we suffer before.
I see.
Correct.
Wow. So now going back,
Going back, yeah.
going back with this new policy that it's actually not new policy, it's just clarification that at 99 years,
I
what
guess
would you
that
think of the impact?
I guess that our policymakers are very smart. They're
Yeah.
from Harvard, Stanford, all the Oxford, all the President Scholar, PhD. They'll come to think of ways and means the policymaker to tame down the public anger or whatever or anxiety and to assure the people, because the purpose of the government is to assure the citizen, right? I still feel that probably there can be a lease top-up program for the fellow residents or fellow Singaporean in future, should the lease is coming close to zero. Yes. So this is probably one of the things that the government policymaker can look at. Possible if you give,
But pay some money,
of
something
course
like that.
you need to top up because there's a Bala curve. I think people who are savvy enough enough the Bala curve, lease decaying is a fact one. Yeah, this is
Will happen.
it will happen.
Yeah.
You cannot be in our la la land. Of course, generally, if let's say you think that you can afford, the affordability is there, you go for a newer lease of HDB, private condo, or even a new launch. But of course, when you buy something that's newer HDB, even a resale or newer condo, new launch, be prepared to pay for
More.
a premium. You want to buy the latest iPhone 15, 16, right? Definitely cannot be $1,000, right? 2,000 plus already.
So which basically what you're saying is that don't put yourself in a situation, go and buy this old one. Just as far as possible, go for, especially when you're young, just go for the newer ones, go for BTO, go for EC. Whatever you can afford, just go for new one. So you won't be kena this problem.
Correct.
That's a good advice, right? And for those people who are sitting on those old flats whatsoever, you believe that eventually government will. This is a problem 50 years from now. Maybe you and I not around.
Oh, not around already.
Yeah, but at that point in time, maybe a government will do something like a lease top up in exchange for some value exchange, and you have to pay for something. No such thing as a free lunch.
Our policymakers are very smart. They'll introduce certain policy to appease the fellows. Majority, I won't say everybody lah. It's impossible to make everybody happy, but the majority will be well taken care of. Singaporean 挺好命 one lah.
I
Really
see.
very 好命 one Singaporean.
So I would take your advice as, if possible, stay away from these old apartments.
Okay, typically for the people who are buying the older HDB, older condo, most of them are the elder, the old folks.
The downgraders.
The
from
downgrader.
big.
So from landed, they go for older condo. They want the space.
Not many years left.
From the condo, from the landed, they go for the older HDB. They want the space as well. Let's see what that. If not the PR buyer, they don't mind, because the PR buyer, they don't mind houses that is of lower attractive entry price. Because older flat, older condo, typically, even freehold condo, sometimes you say, hey, how come the freehold condo, the old one, so cheap? Of course, right, it's old. Physically, you need to renovate probably 100 plus 200K. Definitely, it sell low. It sell you lower, even though it's freehold. Compared to a new launch 99 year, you say, wow, so expensive. It's new.
I see.
Right?
I see.
So PR buyer, they don't mind, because some PR buyer, they have a mentality that one day they may go back.
Okay.
They still have a mentality. So they just want a roof over their house. They don't mind whether is it old, the appearance wise.
And if I'm not wrong, I say, for example, in China, they are leasehold 70 or leasehold
30, 60.
that kind, right?
Correct.
So when they suddenly kena leasehold 50, not bad, right? It's just like China.
Okay, to what I understand, because recently I've been to a lot of few project launches. So for example, Ori, I was there from 10 a.m. until around 9 p.m. For the first half of the balloting from 10 to 3, most of the Singaporean who has the earlier queue, they come to buy, because they buy from second floor all the way to the mid floor. Eventually from 2003 plus PSI 2004, they clear until 2007, 2750. And then eventually when it comes to 2008, they buy until they go into thinking corner, thinking box. Thinking box means that they need time to go for to think properly before they commit.
They can afford,
So anything that's from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., I thought that pang gang liao. But surprisingly, I see quite a number of PRC, Chinese buyer, mainland Chinese buyer, they came to buy, and they buy very happy.
Wait, they are foreigners or PR?
They should be PR.
I see.
PR
So
pay 5%.
they won't kena ABSD.
They can't, but PR is 5%
Oh, it's okay,
for
not
the
so
first
bad.
property.
Okay.
Maybe they're new Singapore citizen,
Sure,
or because foreigner need to pay 60.
sure.
They buy the top floor, 40th floor, 39th floor, as high as 3050 PSI for Toa Payoh. So and then they buy happily.
Happily.
Yeah, so I had a conversation with my cousin, whose wife is used to be from China, right now Singaporean.
Sure.
So my cousin was telling me people from China who are holding on to a lot of cash, likely they are from tier one city, because
Of
in
course.
tier one city like Shanghai
Sure.
and Beijing, right,
Sure.
a 1,000 square feet apartment is already 10 million Sing dollar. So they don't have Chinese not only have one, they have two or three.
Yes, those rich aren't really rich.
So if 20 to 30 million for them to afford a 3 million property in Singapore with a bit of ABSD,
Sucks up water,
yeah, so they could probably for the first year, and Singapore is really a first tier city
of course.
in one of the world.
And for them, it's survival to come over, maybe.
Correct. So I think that these are the things that I've seen.
I see.
Correct.
I see. Oh, wow. That's interesting insight, right?
Interesting. Yes.
That's very interesting insight. So we know that in that sense, at a ground level, such a policy clarification, who will be hit, who will not be hit, whatsoever. I think that's a very important clarification. And for leasehold 99, people who buy leasehold 99 condos, and there are very few landed property with leasehold 99, I think, most of them would already have the understanding that 99 years is the limit. It's those people who live in HDB that still have this mindset. And is it fair to say that?
Okay. Of course, for my parents, they stay in Tampines. Their house, their HDB is around 40 years old. So of course, for them, they're in their 70s, late 60s to 70s. I would prefer that they're not being touched because they're so used to an environment.
Yeah,
Any adjustment to elsewhere,
very difficult. Don't see your parent, uncle me, 50, don't feel like moving.
they may have adjustment disorder
Sure.
if you insist them to move to a new place. So my concern is that I think my concern is not about the money this time.
Sure.
It's about the mental and emotional health.
I
Try
see.
not to make a lot of adjustment for the old folks because it's not easy even for me as I grow older. I find that adjustment is quite challenging.
I see. I
Learning
see.
new tricks, right? It's not easy for us as well. We need time to adapt, and it can create stress as well.
Yeah, I think that's a very
So
good
for
point.
the old folks, I think that we try not to do any changes. The only thing is that one day eventually everybody has to pass on. It's an old HDB. Just sell, split the money among all the siblings. Move on. Everybody just move on with the money and buy whatever you like. That's all.
I think that's a very good advice.
Correct.
Right? That's very good
Baby
advice.
taker for sure.
Yeah.
People will buy the older HDB, older condo
Yeah.
because of the lower value or
Sure.
the more attractive price.
Yeah.
There are people who definitely there are a portion of people who want affordability.
I see.
They just want a roof over their head. That's all.
It doesn't matter you don't have longevity because I pay for what I get.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I want to ask you a question, and this no, I'm not too sure. Let's say between a leasehold 99 condo and a freehold property, like for like, what is the price premium between leasehold and leasehold?
Okay, if let's say they're located within the same area,
Sure.
and then they're of equal so-called
Everything is same.
everything is the same. Assuming that one is a new there are two new launch. One is a freehold condo.
Sure.
One is a 99 leasehold.
Correct.
Typically, the premium is around 25 to 30%.
That's not too much.
Yeah, the difference can be 25 to 30%. But when it comes to rental, you're buying for
Same.
rental. It doesn't make any changes.
Yeah.
Your tenant will not pay you that 20 to 30% extra because it's freehold. No.
I see.
And of course, if you find those are older, the freehold projects versus a new launch 99 years, you still can find that why the freehold is selling much lower. It's because it's older.
I see.
Yeah.
I
So
see.
typically the newer stuff, newer item, newer launches will tend to sell higher and higher.
So you could have a case where an old freehold condo would sell cheaper than a new leasehold 99.
Correct. Yes.
Oh.
Especially when you are in an area like D15, Telok Kurau.
Yeah.
There's a lot of boutique, East Coast, a lot of boutique freehold. And then compared to the new launches in District 15,
Sure.
it's selling much higher.
Wow.
Probably you can have 1,006 PSF versus 2,005.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. At least 20%-ish difference.
For example, EOK, Emerald of Katong, it was launched around 25, 26, 27.
And that's leasehold 99.
Leasehold is a brand new. Probably the boutique freehold 1,006, 1,007.
Oh,
1,008
really?
you can get it.
Wow.
Yes, it depends. because it's boutique versus a grand development. A lot of factors come in.
Would it be that makes sense? I go and buy the freehold instead.
Okay. And interestingly, statistics has proven when it comes to the resale market, people love newer lease of life,
So don't
grand
care whether
development,
freehold, leasehold, newer always better.
newer, and they want grand development, more units, more than 500,
So
with
that you
more
have a lot of
facility.
facilities and things
Correct.
like that.
If let's say it's boutique without facility, and probably the project name is something that you never heard of before, nobody has heard of, whatever name.
Lim Akau
And
development.
then probably when you get your guests to invite your guests during Chinese New Year, everybody has to park outside. Nobody can park inside the condo because it's too small, boutique. So a lot of factors involving. So that's why when you buy a property, it is important. There are many elements to look at.
Is it true that most most landed property are freehold?
We have landed property that are freehold. Majority, of course, we also have 99 years leasehold.
Yep.
And these days, right, a 99 years leasehold can range around 2 over mil to 3 over mil.
And let's say it's a like for like landed freehold versus landed leasehold.
Well, if let's say, I think the amount can be double.
Double.
Correct. Probably a leasehold inter-terrace is 2 over mil.
Sure.
The 99 years, but a freehold can be around 4.5 to 5 mil.
I see. So that is where the jump will be very significant.
Correct. It's just that because landed is very tricky, PR are not eligible unless you're of certain significance to Singapore economy. Probably you are the 大佬 from
Hai Di Lao
boss.
TikTok or
Probably being a PR, you still can get the approval from the LDU, the land dealing units to buy the landed, or probably James Dyson, yeah. Otherwise, if you go for 99 year, so you have to factor in the lease decaying as well.
I see.
Because I think that there's a main difference between a 99 years leasehold landed as well as a freehold landed, because the land ultimately is decaying the lease.
I see.
So you're going to hold on for the next 10, 20 years. You may find it hard to exit also.
I see.
As you get older and older.
I see. Well, this is a very interesting insight, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. So I think there's these ground level issues that I think we need to think of. It is going to impact someone, but it's not across the board, and they're situational as well. So I think there's great distinction, right? So ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Dragon, for such incredible insight on this issue. I think everyone now can think very carefully how you apply to you and not apply to you, and it really depends on the situation, right? Okay. So in our next video, we will tell you more about now real estate as a profession. And I thought that Dragon Tan has a lot of very interesting insight, given now he manages the team. And I thought very interesting to see how much people make in their profession in the top tier, and you'll be shocked at the number. So please remember to watch, okay?
Yes.
Hit subscribe and follow, and I'll see you in the next video.
All right.